The second thing I want you to know from this text is that Noah was 500 years old when the Lord told him to build that ship. Watch. And if you read the narrative, he was 600 when they entered the ark, which means he spent 100 years of his life building a ship. He died at 950. This is equivalent to you spending a decade of your life obeying God to do one thing while people don't understand. He's building a ship on dry ground for 100 years when they never saw rain. They're probably mocking him, scoffing at him, laughing at him. What are you doing? He had to listen to people. Not understand his obedience. But he had a word from the Lord. This is why you need to just obey God even when people don't understand. They don't know why you moved to Atlanta to be a part of 2819 Church. They don't know why you walked away from that job to be a part of 2819 Church. They don't know why you started that business, started that ministry, started that podcast. They don't know why you stopped doing this, fill in the blank. They don't understand why you're not a witch anymore. They don't know why you don't mess with crystals anymore. They don't know why you don't mess with horoscopes anymore. They don't know why you go to church faithfully, or why you serve on a team, or why you're in a squad, or why you give your money to the church. They don't understand that. The Lord ain't called you to be understood. He called you to be obedient.
You know what, when I look at Philip Anthony Mitchell, and so he moves from New York to start this church in Atlanta, and I just briefly looked at his live service yesterday. When he has a live sermon, he has 25,000 people watching. 25,000 during the live chat, in the live chat while he's preaching. He already has 1 million subscribers, which is, like, for a preacher, that's a lot. Not just a regular YouTube channel, but like for a preacher in the church, that's a lot. And I just like how he used the example of Noah, right? Because look, Noah was 600 years. You know the story. He built that ark when rain wasn't a thing. Rain did not come from the sky. And and I'll never compare myself to Noah, but I can definitely compare that. When God has, when something comes in your heart that you want to do, some people aren't going to understand. A lot of people aren't going to understand it. And I'm not just talking believers. I'm not just talking people who don't follow Christ. I'm talking about even people that do follow Christ. Even people that are in the church. Because in the church, you got some people that are big dreamers. They got big goals. They got big dreams. And then you got some church that they're just average Joes, man. They go to church. They go for a message. They go for the Sunday routine, but their goals aren't that big. And if they're that big, they don't really put them into action. I've seen people who've been at church for years and they have not put anything in action yet. So, but needless to say is that I'm not gonna run very long with this, but some of y'all be watching YouTube almost every day, watching these inspiring videos, watching these things that, seeing people make it and succeed. And you got something that you want to do, but you just keep putting it off. Whether it's, I'm tired from work, I work 12 hours a day, and then, I'm working, I'm doing so much stuff with the kids, and by the time everything's done, I'm exhausted. Man, I was there, and I know that feeling where you're just tired. But you gotta tell yourself, hey, if I could put in at least a half hour a day, even if it's 15 minutes, whatever the case is, I gotta put something towards my goal. A lot of times when I'm making these videos, it's after I had a long day where I've done a lot, you know, and I'm trying to squeeze in a little time here and there. Like even right now, it's approaching dark. It's getting dark. The video quality is probably not that great, and I'm like, let me just squeeze this in. So this is just an encouragement to y'all, man. You got that dream, you got that something that God's telling you to do. You just gotta do it. It's just like when you read the word, if the word tells you to do something, we just gotta do it. And the process is gonna take long. I mean, the bigger the dream, the longer the process. But I don't know. I just want to drop that encouraging word. Like, share, and subscribe to Born with Purpose. And if you got a video you want me to check out, just put it in the description. All right. God bless. Peace.